Hello, everyone. My name is my microphone on? Yes, Torak Brown, and I am playing the Chief and Athon, and I am in Carbondale, Illinois, right now.
Hi, I'm Tyne Turner. I'm in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and I am playing Lilith and the Demon.
Hi, I'm Mark Young. I'm playing Kralix, and I'm here from Manhattan.
Hi, I'm Shannon Grounds, and I'm playing Agora, Callista, and Young Woman, and I'm in Austin, Texas.
Ooh.
Hi, I'm Sam Foskey. I live in Carbondale, Illinois, and I'm playing Mookthor and the Monk.
And I'm Danny Vincent, and I am playing the soldier, the commander, and the captain, and I'm currently in Indiana.
Ooh. All right. I think as long as everyone's okay, we will not be doing an intermission. So tag out as you need to, but we will be here until the end. And I look forward to sharing this with you all. All right.
Yeah, and to be clear, it may seem like there's an intermission because an intermission is sort of written into it, but it's not really going to be an intermission. And it's about 2 hours.
All right.
Give or take.
Give or take. All right. So let's go ahead and start, please.
Torak, the Inadequate by Rory Leahy. Act 1, Scene 1. A woman, Grelka, stands alone on stage. She is regal, commanding, sometimes terrifying, always inspiring. As the storyteller, Grelka will be on stage throughout the play. Sometimes she will comment on the action. Most of the time she will observe, sometimes taking a seat on stage. What are all you people doing huddled together in the dark? I know. Grelka always knows. You're here to hear a story. I know every story ever told, and I tell them the best. You all know it. For I am Grelka, the chronicler. Well, who but Grelka can tell you the tales of the old gods? The brave heroes and the maidens fair, the tricksters and the mischief makers. Yes, the making of war and the making of love. Those are what most of the good stories have. And maybe there will be a good moral so that when you hear it, you'll be slightly less of an idiot than you were before. But it's not just any story you need to hear. Today was your naming day. Today, the day the tribe decided what you're going to be called from now on. Are you happy with your new names? Kurthon the stalwart, Zora the clever, Aethor the punctual. Or maybe you're not happy with your names. Valeria the pockmarked, Oruk the flatulent. But these names need not be forever. The story I'll tell you tonight is our story. The story of Torak, the inadequate. Yes, that's right. I said inadequate, as in not good enough, below standard, not what anybody asked for, all around useless. It was back at the dawn of, in the long ago age, once upon a bloody time. A nervous young man, Torak, stands on stage with his father, the chief. The chief regards him harshly.
Torak the Inadequate. Will you bear that shameful name forever, or will you ever be anything more than that?
I can be, Father. There is much that I can do if only you let yourself see.
Oh?
I have dreams, plans.
The members of this tribe are defined by their actions.
I'm not just a member of the tribe, Father. I want to be myself. A unique individual, unlike any other.
Nonsense! To think only of yourself is arrogance.
Myself is all I have. Each man is different from every other. My dreams are mine alone.
You must put aside the foolish dreams of a boy, for now you are a man and you must carry a man's burdens. The little ones of the tribe depend upon our strength, and the elder ones as well. The people of the stream stand and fall together. When I was your age, I was the strongest of the tribe. Everyone knew they could depend on me to help them survive. You, Torak, have disappointed us all.
If I'm so disappointing and inadequate, why do you want me on this hunting party?
I'd be having technical difficulties. Just Torak.
Tarik, can you say that line again, please?
If I'm so disappointing and inadequate, why do you want me on this hunting party?
I think your mic's off, Torak. You're muted.
Now I'm back. I apologize. Everybody froze. Sorry. And where am I?
Can we take it back from Torik's last line?
Okay. If I'm so disappointing and inadequate, why do you want me on this hunting party?
I am chief of the tribe. You are my son, and you will hunt. You will bring glory to the tribe, or you will die trying.
Glory. Glory would be better.
Yes, it would. Hunting party, assemble.
Ragnor and Morath enter.
Torak, the inadequate.
Thanks again.
The chief warmly grasps Ragnor's shoulder.
Ragnar the perfect. Morath the great.
The chief gestures offstage to unseen characters.
Torak the excellent. And Jinrock the more than acceptable. You are the strongest and bravest sons of our tribe. And also Torak. Today we hunt the great mastodon. His flesh shall feed our tribe so that your young sons too, and sons yet unborn shall grow strong. We will now perform the ritual of the sharing of strength.
Do we really have to do this?
Yes.
This is pointless. No one actually shares their strength.
You would know, wouldn't you, Torak?
My strength is in... I'm sorry.
My strength is in my mind.
Enough. Join hands. We share our strength.
We don't really.
We join
our souls.
Whatever that means.
My strength is your strength.
It's not.
As
yours is mine.
This is so dumb.
The strong
protects the weak.
The weak
become the strong.
So incredibly dumb.
We stand as one.
Well, I'm glad that's over.
Try to stay out of harm's way this time, Torak. Saving your life grows tiresome.
Forward!
The chief, Ragnor, and Morath all run off stage, screaming out a ferocious war cry. Torak runs after them, straggling far behind, and attempts to simulate their war cry with little success. The four characters then run back on stage, no need for a scene shift. Ragnor and Morath begin to simulate the stabbing of a mastodon. Perhaps we hear animal sound effects. Ragnor is clearly doing the bulk of the work in overpowering the animal. Torak joins in half-heartedly.
The beast falls.
All right, guys. We did it.
Ragnor, 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 Ragnor.
Ragnor lifts his arms in triumph.
I am amazing!
The chief, Morath, and Ragnor lift up their slain prey and begin to carry it off. Torak falls backward from exertion. Scene 2. A younger woman, Belit, and an older one, Lilith, await the return of the hunting party.
Do you see any sign?
Tyne, I think I see your mic's off.
Sorry. No, child, but the hunting party will return soon enough.
It can never come soon enough, Lilith. The boys with their muscles rippling, their chest covered in the blood of their kill. And Ragnor, to feel Ragnar's fierce eyes upon me.
Torak enters. Another tribe member comes on stage to silently converse with Lilith.
You? Why are you here, Torak the inadequate? Where are the others? Are the others all right? Did the mastodon stampede everyone? Or were you attacked by another tribe? Don't tell me you're the only one who survived. Or did you run from danger because you're a coward? That's probably it, isn't it? You probably started running at the first sign of danger, all the while weeping like a small girl while Ragnor, beautiful Ragnor, was torn to shreds.
No, everyone's all right. They're just behind me. I just ran ahead so I could share these berries with everyone.
Torak hands Belit some berries.
I do like these.
Belit eats the berries.
You know, when it comes to hunting and gathering, a lot of people overlook the gathering element, which is more my area. But I really think it's critical to the whole thing.
Uh-huh.
It's actually a lot of work figuring out what is and isn't poisonous. I definitely face a certain amount of danger there. And I always try to keep in mind what people will like when I'm out on a forage. Especially you, Belit.
Ragnor, Morath, and the chief enter.
We bring you meat!
Ragnor, Ragnor, Ragnor.
I wish they'd come up with something else to chant once in a while.
Ragnor comes up to Belit, embraces and kisses her ferociously.
Belit, babe.
You are.
So
I just want to rub your shoulders all day.
I want to rub yours.
I'll just let you two, yeah.
Torak walks to an isolated corner of the stage as all others gather closer.
People of the stream gather round. This is a together time. In this harsh world, all we have to protect us is the tribe. Great Crow, king of our gods, maker of the stream, sits in his mountain lair and grants us all gifts of strength and courage. And from the strongest is expected the most devoted service. For it is through their mighty hands and deeds that we are delivered from hunger and death for one more day. But in the morrow, death shall loom again. Ask yourself what you shall do to keep it at bay. But now we feast.
They begin to eat the mastodon meat. They do not cook with fire, so they are smearing the blood of the raw meat on their faces, but they're enjoying themselves. Torak looks longingly on the others, who are all embracing and laughing and having a good time. He is welcome to join, but doesn't feel like he is. His longing looks fall especially on Belit. Lilith notices this and approaches Torak.
You waste your time longing for Belit. She's in love with Ragnor.
So is the entire tribe.
He is strong. It is good to be strong. You are weak. You should be stronger.
Yeah, thanks for the advice, Lilith.
Why do you stand apart? This is a together time. You should eat.
Everyone knows I did nothing for the hunt. I don't deserve to eat. That's what everyone thinks.
Your father doesn't think that.
Ha! Yes, he does. He hates me. I'm weak and slow. I'm Torak the inadequate. I bring shame to him.
I have borne 3 sons and 2 daughters, more than any woman ever has and lived in all of memory. I am strong. And I tell you this, every man, as well as every woman, wants to see their son eat and grow stronger.
Yeah.
You don't believe me? Chief, come.
No, Lilith, you don't have to bring him.
Chief, your son will not eat. He doesn't think he's worthy.
It doesn't matter if he's worthy. In this tribe, everybody eats.
Father,
You come, you eat.
Chief, Lilith, and Torak go to join the others. Scene 3. Later that night, Torak stands alone, looking up at the stars. Belit enters.
Torak?
Belit.
Why are you still awake? This is a dangerous time of night.
I sometimes like to be awake when everyone else sleeps, so I can be alone.
Why would you want to be alone? That sounds terrible.
I'm able to hear my thoughts better alone.
Your thoughts? Why are you so weird, Torak? Why can't you be normal?
I don't know. What about you? Why are you not asleep with Ragnor?
I was, but then I awoke. Ragnor is so beautiful when he sleeps.
Just like when he's awake?
Yes, so beautiful in both ways.
Not as beautiful as you.
Belit makes a distasteful face.
I am aware that I am beautiful, Torak. I don't need you to tell me.
Belit, do you ever think of leaving this place?
What, leave our cave? Leave the stream?
Yes. Don't you ever get tired of the same place? Seeing the same faces all your days, eating mastodon meat and picking berries? Singing the same songs?
What else is there?
I don't know, but I want to find out. The world is larger than we know. I can feel it. I want to see it. I want to be a part of it.
But you're already a part of the tribe. Why would you want to be a part of something else?
You're part of the tribe. I'm not. The tribe hates me.
That's not true. We don't hate you, Torak. I mean, you are strange. Sometimes you make me laugh.
Did you?
Not like on purpose, but you know, your weakness and stupidity are funny.
Right.
Sometimes it makes you pleasant to be around.
Belit?
I know you want my body.
Yes.
I don't want yours. I'm sorry, it's the way of things.
I know.
But that doesn't mean I hate you. You're my tribesman. You may not feel it, but you are of this tribe.
What if I don't want to be? Everyone calls me inadequate anyway.
We all have a duty to the tribe and strength to serve it.
Oh, don't give me that crap. It's all lies. Everything my father says about how we all have to contribute to the good of the tribe, how we're all equal, so we all have to share. But the only ones who get the glory are the great hunters like Ragnor and Morath. Well, what do I need the tribe for? I have gifts of my own even if no one else can see them. I am the best gatherer here. I know every fruit, every nut for miles around. I even know sources of water from beyond the stream. Why should I keep sharing the things I find with people who scorn me?
Well, what's stopping you? Why don't you just leave?
Maybe I will.
I think you would miss us. But even if you wouldn't, this tribe fed and clothed you when you were a crying, naked babe of use to no one. And this tribe taught you how to gather and track when you grew older. And all of the work of all of the men and women of this tribe has been shared with you. But go ahead and leave if you feel you deserve to keep all that you have for yourself.
Torak is mildly shamed.
All you need is here, Torak, the sweet, fresh water of the stream, the sun in the sky, paintings on the walls of our cave, herds of mastodon everywhere. Come, sleep now. Be one of us.
All right.
Scene 4. Grelka is on stage. Torak is kneeling, attempting to grow a plant. And so it came to pass that Torak attempted to take a more positive attitude about the tribe and his place within it. One day, he started trying to grow a plant, which as far as he knew was something no human had ever done before. Torak smiles at his progress as Ragnor and Belit approach.
Torak, why do you wander so far from the cave?
Hello, Ragnor. Belit. We're not that far away.
What are you doing down there in the dirt?
I'm trying to plant a pear tree.
What do you mean plant? What pear tree?
There is no pear tree.
I know. Not now. I'm trying to create a new pear tree, so we won't have to travel so far to get pears.
Create a new pear tree? What do you think you are, some kind of god?
You're insane.
No, it's just I've observed plants and trees, and I think I figured out the way they work. Look here.
Torak opens his hand.
Yes.
See, they're useless.
They taste terrible.
No, they're not useless. Trees grow from seeds.
What?
That's stupid. Trees grow from the ground.
Yes, but if I put these seeds in the earth, a tree will grow from them. You see, the seed is to a tree what a baby is to a man.
A seed is not a baby.
That's so stupid.
No, I know a seed is not a baby.
And a tree is not a man.
I know, but it's a
Torak searched in vain for the word analogy, but it did not yet exist in his language.
a thing that is like another thing. But I'm telling you, if we plant our own trees, we won't have to forage anymore. We can have all the fruit we want.
So stupid.
It's not stupid. It's the opposite of stupid. I have some great ideas that would really improve life for everyone in the tribe if only someone would listen to me.
Oh, like your great ideas about fire.
Yes, Ragnor. Like my great ideas about fire.
Fire is very warm and pretty.
Yes, fire is warm and pretty, but it can also be more than that. We should singe the meat of the mastodon before we eat it.
Why would you want to eat burned meat?
Only lightly burned.
But why?
Because it will kill the parasites in the meat.
We don't need your interference. It is the same now as it was in the time of our fathers and their fathers. We hunt the mastodon, we eat its flesh, and eventually parasites enter our bodies and we die. It's the circle of life. Why are you trying to mess with that?
Ragnor shoves Torak in the shoulder to express his genuine indignation at Torak's unconventional thinking.
We're wasting our time here, Ragnor.
You're right, Belit. Let's leave this lunatic to his insane delusions.
Ragnor and Belit turn and begin to exit.
Plant a tree.
What Torak, Ragnor, and Belit did not yet know was that this was going to be the worst day of their lives, as a darkness descended that would scar them forever. Torak sighs and goes back to his work. Scene 5. Torak returns to the vicinity of the tribe's cave. He does not see that disaster has struck. The cave has been attacked, its people murdered. The dead bodies of the chief and Lilith lie on stage. Torak does not see them at first.
Why is it so quiet? Hello? Ragnor? Belit? Did you get home?
Torak sees Lilith's body.
Oh no. Lilith? Lilith, wake up. Lilith, please.
He sees the body of the chief and goes to him.
Father? No. No, please, you can't be dead, Father. You're the chief of the tribe. I'm so sorry. So sorry for what I said and that I wasn't what you wanted.
Torak begins to sob. A soldier enters behind him. He is obviously from a far more advanced but still prehistoric culture. He wears a uniform and a sword.
Are you sad we killed all your friends, Primitive?
What? What are you saying?
I don't speak your babbling language, Primitive. It's all stupid gibberish to me. The world won't miss it when it dies out.
The soldier strikes Torak and he falls to the ground. He puts his hands in front of his face.
Please, please don't.
Cowards die the best deaths.
The soldier raises his sword. Ragnor and Belit burst on stage. Ragnor throws his arms around the soldier from behind, applies massive pressure, and squeezes the soldier to death.
Ragnor, Belit, you're alive. Is anyone?
Everyone is dead, Torak. Mothers and fathers, sisters and brothers, little ones, old Lilith, they're all gone. The tribe is...
We were attacked by these foreigners. They were already here when Belit and I came back. Most of them ran, but I killed a few. I think this was the last one.
Torak kneels down to examine the dead soldier.
What is he wearing?
I don't know. It's not like any furs I've ever seen.
I don't think these are animal furs. I think these people make their own clothing.
How do people make their own clothing, Torak? Is that like planting a tree?
Torak picks up the sword.
And this knife, it's so long, and it's not made of stone.
It's witchcraft. Unnatural. That's the way of the foreigners. But I'll take it.
Ragnor picks up the sword.
Perhaps it can be put to good use.
What good use? What use is anything now?
We're still alive. We must bury the dead.
Lights dim. Torak, Belit, and Ragnor stand together, having been up all night burying the dead. Dawn is approaching.
What now? What is to be done?
We have to leave. We can't stay here. This is a place of death now.
This is what you always wanted, isn't it, Torak?
No, this is not what I wanted. Not like this.
They're all gone. Everyone we've ever known.
Our children will never know our parents. Who will teach them? Tales of the old gods, the songs of our people?
We will. We must. We are the tribe now. Torak is right. We must leave this place, go somewhere else. There has to be some other place in the world where we can live.
All right, if that's what we must do. How far do you think the world goes? 10 miles? 20?
Mm-hmm.
Farther, I think. Or at least that's what I feel.
We have to be careful, or we'll fall off the edge.
We won't. Not as long as we hold fast to each other.
Which way should we go?
We'll follow the sun.
They begin their journey. Scene 6. Belit and Torak sit on the ground.
10 days and nights you've had us wandering, Torak. We're far from home, farther than anywhere any of our people have ever gone. This has been a mistake.
Haven't you enjoyed eating all new fruits and nuts that you've never tasted before? Seeing terrain that you never saw?
No.
Ragnor enters.
I brought back an elk for dinner. I suppose you're sitting around being useless, Torak?
I'm not being useless, I'm thinking.
Thinking is stupid.
Torak notices a fire in the distance.
Do you see that?
See what?
That glow. Over the hill. It looks like fire. And that means people.
Ragnor clutches his sword.
Foreigners.
Torak runs after the fire. Ragnor and Belit run after him. Scene 7. Mukthor sits tending to his fire as Torak enters. Mukthor is somewhat more sophisticated in dress than Torak and Ragnor, but still in furs.
Hello, I come to you in peace. My name's Torak. Do you understand?
Sorry, friend, I didn't catch all that. Did you say your name is Torak?
Yes, Torak.
I'm Mukthor. Pleased to meet.
Belit and Ragnar, sword in hand, storm on stage.
I don't say this often, Torak, but well done. One less foreigner shall pollute the earth now.
Ragnar raises his sword to kill Mukthor. Torak steps in front of the sword.
Ragnar, what are you doing?
Killing the foreigner? Now will you get out of the way?
This man hasn't done anything to us.
Torak, foreigners slaughtered our people.
This one didn't.
Well, let's not give him the opportunity.
You can't just kill an innocent person for no reason. All human life should be respected.
Ragnar and Belit look at each other in bewilderment.
I literally don't understand what you just said.
What are you even talking about?
You're so stupid.
Please, don't kill this man.
All right. I don't understand it, but if it's important to you that this foreigner lives for some reason, fine. Just don't blubber about
He
it.
probably wants to make out with him.
Ragnor puts away his sword.
I'm sorry for my friend's rudeness.
I'm a forgiving sort of man as long as I don't have to see that sword again.
You won't. I promise.
That's an old dialect you speak. You look and sound like the people of the stream to me.
Yes, we are people of the stream.
Reclusive bunch, as I recall. Rather like to stick to your own territory.
Well, we did, until recently. You seem to know many things. We were attacked by men with, did you say swords? They wore strange clothing, not fur, but hard to protect.
Sounds like armor.
Armor?
Doesn't sound like they're from these parts. They sound like outsiders from far away, I'd expect.
How do you know so much?
Well, I travel all over. I'm a merchant.
Blank stares.
Someone who trades things. Mostly furs and fruits and vegetables. Mostly in town.
A town?
You don't know what a town is? Boy, you really are Hicks. It's a place where people, I don't know, where they live. They build structures so they don't have to live in caves. It's marvelous. I'm going there in the morning. I'll show you.
Please.
Scene 8. Mukthor leads Ragnor, Belit, and Torak through a primitive prehistoric village. Ragnor and Belit regard their surroundings with suspicion, Torak with wonder.
You say this place is called a town.
Yes, it's the oldest one I know of. It's almost 20 years old. Let me show you the tavern. It's a place of refreshment.
A barmaid, Agora, enters.
And this, friends, is Agora, our hostess.
Who do you travel with, Mukthor?
They're cave folk, like our grandfathers were. Met them last night. They tried to cut me in half, but then we sorted out our differences. I've been teaching them about the world.
So, the usual. Would you like some drinks, strangers?
Drinks? Is there a stream here?
No, we serve the drinks in cups.
Cups? Another strange word.
Agora hands Belit a cup.
Here.
This does not look like the water from the stream back home.
It's not water. It's called beer. We make it from grains. Try it.
Belit drinks.
This is disgusting. I will have more of it.
Let me try.
Ragnor, Belit, and Torak take turns drinking the beer.
What's happening here, Agora? I was here last night. 2 turns of the moon passed. The streets were bustling. Now they're empty.
Our settlement is dying, Mukthor. Everyone is leaving, returning to the wild from which your new friends came.
But why?
Because people are dying here. They say there's a creature who haunts the bog by night. Not a natural beast, but a demon that feeds on the flesh of men.
A demon?
Don't worry, Torak will protect you.
Have none of the men of your, town not tried to kill this demon?
None who have lived. We could try to find a warrior or hero to undertake the task, but warriors and heroes don't come cheap, and...
Agora, may I have a word?
Of course.
It seems to me that these young people aren't necessarily well versed in the market value of killing a monster.
I see what you mean. My noble friends, you seem worthy of the task of killing this monster and ridding this town of its evil.
I, Ragnor, am more than worthy, but we are strangers here. Why should we risk our lives for you?
We will give you lots and lots more beer.
Your terms are acceptable. We have lost our people. We have nothing left to lose. We'll go to your bog at nightfall. We will seek your demon out and kill it.
Yes, we'll do the thing he said.
Scene 9. Torak, Ragnor, and Belit watch and wait silently at the bog. Torak is shivering, either with cold or with fear. He spots a bone lying on the ground.
This place, there's definitely evil here. I can feel it. Gods, did you see that?
Bones.
Not animal bones, human bones.
Yes, the demon eats people. We knew that.
Weren't you paying attention?
We shouldn't have come here. There aren't enough of us.
I'm impressed you haven't peed yourself yet.
When you say impressed.
Quiet, I think I hear something.
The demon enters. It is a humanoid shape with an otherworldly reptilian features. It emits a disturbing sound somewhere between a growl and a hiss.
By all the gods.
The demon notices them and whips its head around to them.
Humans, come. We were here first.
Oh, okay. We're sorry. We'll be going then.
Shut up, Torak!
Stupid ape things. You invade our world. The perfect world of the old ones. Humans come to die.
Ragnor advances towards the demon, sword drawn, and the demon swats him and he falls to the ground. The demon is poised to kill Ragnor.
Ragnor! Wait! Please! Don't kill me! I don't care about the others, but don't kill me! I can help you.
Torak, you worthless coward!
I don't care about other humans. They bullied me and made me an outcast my whole life. I can help you hunt them. I can serve you. Walk in the daylight and do your will.
While the demon cocks its head in curiosity, Ragnor gets up and furiously runs it through with his sword.
Die, monster!
Ragnor furiously hacks away at the demon, which dies. All breathe sighs of relief.
Torak, those things you said, a trick, right? You did not mean them?
Of course not, Ragnor. I was distracting it so you could kill it. What?
You've always stood apart from the tribe, Torak. Maybe you would betray us to save yourself.
Really? Seriously, that's what you think of me? It was a trick, and it worked. That thing was about to kill Ragnor, and I stopped it.
I guess that's true. I'm sorry for suspecting you, Torak.
I just want you to understand, I would never betray you. The two of you are my best friends. Well, yeah. Because anybody else who I could have called my best friends are
dead. Yeah.
Well, I guess that means you're our best friend too, because all the other people we could have called our best friends are
also dead.
Well, all right. That means we're best friends, and we just killed a vicious man-eating monster together. How many best friends get the chance to do that?
Very few.
Tales will be told of this someday. Tales of Ragnor and Belit and their friend.
Yeah, that'll be great.
Scene 10. Torak, Belit, and Ragnor return to the tavern where they find Agora, Mukthor, and others.
The demon is dead. You may see the remains yourself.
Yay!
Yay! Beer for everyone!
As everyone celebrates, Torak approaches the bar and talks to Agora privately.
Thank you for your kindness, Agora.
Torak, you've just saved our town from destruction. It is we who owe you thanks.
Agora, can I ask you something?
Of course.
Before we killed it, the demon said something about the old ones.
The old ones are
Have you
nothing
ever
to
heard
be
of anything
spoken
like
of
that?
lightly, boy.
But who are they? Or were they?
I've heard of them only from the tales of travelers from far away. They're a race of ancient gods, evil gods who existed long ago, before man. They're said to have reveled in death and destruction and madness. They're also said to have left this world many ages ago.
In our
There are
case, we
still
worship the
men who
god
worship
Kroll
them.
because he gave us the stream that quenched our thirst. But why would men worship evil gods?
As many men's hearts are filled with fear and hate, causing them to do all manner of foolish things.
Yes, I know.
You're a very clever young man, aren't you, Torak?
Thank you. I don't think anyone has ever noticed that before.
Your friends don't appreciate it. I know. The truth is, Torak, a tiny little town like this one won't be much better for you than the cave of your tribe was. Someone like you belongs in a city. That's like a town, but much, much bigger. You can find other people like yourself there, people who can give you answers to your deepest questions. There's a city I heard about. I've never seen it, but it's supposed to be wondrous. If I were your age, I'd try to go there myself. You won't know the language, the ways of the people will seem strange to you, but you can learn them, I'm sure. If you go north and west of here, you'll find yourself on the edge of the ocean. That's like a stream, but much, much bigger. As further payment for killing the demon, I'll give you enough in trade so that you can buy a boat.
A boat?
You're killing me, kid. A boat is a thing that keeps you afloat on the water. You'll be able to sail the ocean with it. Sail west, and you'll find the island where the city lies.
Thank you, Agora.
You're welcome, Torak. And you should know the name of the city. It's called Atlantis.
Scene 11. Ragnor, Torak, and Belit are on their boat.
We should have stayed in town. We were heroes there.
This new place is supposed to be wondrous beyond imagination, Ragnor.
Oh, who cares about your stupid imagination, Torak? This boat is cramped and uncomfortable, and you can't even drink the water we're floating on. Nothing like the stream back home.
The stream back home? Belit, look around you. This is the ocean. Gorgeous blue beauty stretched out as far as the eye can see.
The stream was better.
Well, the journey is nearly over. I think I can see land.
Scene 12. Grelka again addresses the audience. There are moments that change the course of the world, and this was one of them. The moment when Andromeda, daughter of Atlantis, first gazed upon Torak the inadequate, son of the people of the stream. Cast your minds back there now, to the shores of Atlantis, gateway to the gleaming spires of a great city-state ruled by the twin forces of reason and enchantment. The shore commander enters and approaches the also entering Andromeda.
Princess Andromeda!
Hello, shore commander. I'm not a princess anymore, you know. Atlantis abolished the monarchy almost 7 years ago.
Well, yes, but your mother's the queen.
No, my mother's the first minister now. She was democratically elected.
But she's in charge.
Well, she's the city's chief executive, yes.
Like a queen.
Well, like a queen, but not.
And you're her only child, so one day you will rule in her place.
No, actually, I won't inherit my mother's position. I would have to run for it myself if I even wanted it.
Well, your mother rules the city, so I'm pretty sure that makes you a princess.
All right, fine. I'm a princess. What can I help you with, Commander?
I need to speak with your mother.
She's been in a meeting with the Council of Three. Mother, are you still in your meeting?
First Minister Callista enters with her advisors, Aethon and Kralex.
Just getting out. What's happening, Commander?
My queen!
It's First Minister, actually.
I tried to explain that to him.
Democracy is still very difficult to explain to the common people. I told you this would happen.
First Minister, there is a small foreign vessel of unknown origin approaching our shore.
Could they be our normal trading partners?
No flags or familiar markings, my lord.
Could they be a threat?
You said they were small, so most likely not.
Nothing my troops can't handle, surely. But I thought the council should be informed.
Thank you, Commander. We will inspect the matter personally.
Callista, Aethon, Kralex, Andromeda, and the commander walk forward to the shore. The commander points a spear at the approaching vessel.
Looks like there are only 3 of them. I'm sure they're quite harmless.
I would not be so confident of that, my girl. They're primitives dressed in fur, almost certainly violent.
Torak, Ragnor, and Belit enter.
Greetings, strangers. I am First Minister Callista, leader of the Atlantean people. I welcome you in their name. This is my Deputy Minister, Aethon, and Court Magician Lord Kralex.
Grelka addresses the audience. Torak meant to say something like...
Hi. I don't understand what you're saying, but it's great to meet you. I'm Torak, and this is Ragnor and Belit. Wow. Is this Atlantis? I hear it's the best place on Earth.
More like...
Gabba gabba, ooga shaga. Grab Torak, grab Ragnor, grab Belit. Left on Atlantis Abaja.
Belit meant to say something like...
We're only here because of Torak. We keep following him for some reason, even though he's the worst.
But it came out more like...
Orga Janwa Torak Melka Dalthra.
Ragnor meant to say something like...
You even lift, bro?
But it came out more like...
Darka Morga Garg?
That one has a sword. Disarm him.
The commander subdues Ragnor and takes his sword, much to his displeasure.
It looks like one of ours.
Kralex takes the sword.
How curious it should have fallen into this poor brute's hands. I shall have to examine it.
Take them inside the ministry building. Find rooms for them. They are to be treated as guests of the state.
The commander leads Ragnor, Belit, and Torak off stage.
More hungry mouths for your charity projects, First Minister?
They seem friendly.
Apart from the sword, I agree. I think a cultural exchange might prove most fascinating.
Atlantis is the peak of human civilization. Savages dressed in furs, babbling some primitive language, do not belong here, Kralex. They should be sent back.
I'm not sure that rickety boat can reach anywhere livable.
That's no concern of ours.
No. Atlantis has always provided safe harbor for those who seek refuge. They can stay, but they must assimilate. They must learn our language and customs.
I volunteered to teach them.
I'm not sure that's...
I've completed my own studies. I think I'm qualified. And I think Kralex is right. It would be fascinating to learn about these outsiders and to teach them.
All right, but we do have to make sure they're safe. Separate them, put them under guard, get them into proper clothing, and for the love of the gods, bathe them.
Scene 13. Torak, Belit, and Ragnor, who is bound at the hands, are all in Atlantean clothing now and occupying separate rooms. During this scene, Andromeda visits each room, lights down on the other two while she is visiting each. She first visits Ragnor.
Hi, I'm Andromeda. You may remember me from the shore when you first arrived this morning. I'm the first minister's daughter, and well, I've sort of volunteered to see if we can get you adjusted to life here in Atlantis. Now, the guards aren't going to like this, but I'm going to take off those restraints off of your hands. I'm sure you don't want to hurt anyone, right? Okay, I'm doing it.
She removes the restraints.
What have you scheming foreigners done with my girlfriend? Where is Belit? And where is my long, shiny knife? Oh, and I don't know what your tribesmen hoped to gain by immersing me in that water, but it will not happen again.
Okay. I don't understand the words you're saying, but I can tell from your tone that you're a bit upset.
You foreign devils don't know what you're dealing with. I am Ragnor. I am the biggest and the strongest. I killed a demon.
Okay, well, look, at some point, hopefully, we're going to understand each other. Until then, I hope you're going to be comfortable as possible. We really don't mean you any harm, or at least I don't. Do me a favor and don't provoke the guards and just try to relax, okay? I'm gonna go check on your friends.
Andromeda goes to Belit.
Hi there, I hope you've been comfortable. I was just interviewing one of your friends and, well, boys can be so emotional. I was hoping just us ladies could maybe have a more productive conversation.
Why are you keeping me here? Why are you keeping me from Ragnor? Oh, I hate your city and your unnatural buildings and these clothes you put me in. We were born naked in the grass under the stars. Your world is a perversion.
I know this has been an upsetting time, but I hope you at least enjoyed the food and drink we served you.
And what was that food you tried to feed me? Cut up into little bites? We have teeth for a reason, woman. It is to tear the bloody flesh of a mastodon.
Belit comes increasingly agitated and gets in Andromeda's face.
You think you're better than us, but you're not. You're not better than us.
Okay, I guess things aren't going to go any better here with you than with your friend. Hopefully, you'll get some rest and be in a better mood next time.
Andromeda goes to Torak. Ragnor and Belit exit.
So I'm sure you're going to yell words I don't understand in a threatening manner like the other two did, but my name is Andromeda and
Hi.
Hi. Are you saying hi in your language?
Hi.
That's what it sounds like you're saying. And are you smiling? That's not one of those threatening tooth-bearing smiles, is it? You're actually smiling?
Torak.
Torak?
Torak.
That's your name. Torak.
Torak.
I'm Andromeda. Andromeda.
Andromeda.
Yes, that's my name.
I want to learn everything, Andromeda. About your people, about your city. I guess I should probably shut up and listen.
You're unlike anyone I've ever met, Torak. There's a roughness to you. You've led a harder life than most Atlanteans, that's obvious. That's made you stronger, but you're so different from your friends as well. There's a gentleness to you, a brightness.
After all, you don't understand a word I'm saying.
Even though you don't understand a word I'm saying.
You're beautiful.
You're beautiful. Okay, I guess I should teach you some basic words. Floor.
Floor?
Andromeda points to other things.
Ceiling.
Ceiling.
Door.
Door.
Andromeda takes Torak's hand.
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 Andromeda touches Torak's hair and then her own.
Hair.
Hair.
Eyes.
Eyes.
Lips.
Lips?
Torak and Andromeda stare at each other for a moment, then kiss.
Oh, this is probably really unethical. But somehow I don't care.
They kiss again. Scene 14. Torak and Andromeda wake up together. They have obviously made love. Andromeda is rather alarmed to have realized this.
Oh, gods of the sky and sea, I can't believe we did that. We shouldn't have done that.
I'm so glad we did that.
What's wrong with me? I just made love to a man whose language I don't even understand. A man I'm supposed to be taking care of. Oh, my first big adult responsibility, and I screwed up. It's just that you have this face, and I started kissing it, and then there were hands.
Hands?
Yes, I'm glad you know what hands are, but we should stop using them. This is not typical Atlantean behavior, okay? I want you to realize that. From now on, I'm your cultural and language instructor, and you're my charge. No more kissing stuff.
Andromeda?
Torak.
I can't understand your words, most of them. And I know you can't understand mine, but I can tell that you maybe think something went wrong just now. And I understand, really, I do. You probably have certain ideas about cavemen being brutal or violent or whatever. And, you know, you're probably not wrong. Ragnor is, well, you were probably right to take that sword from him. But even he wouldn't. I mean, I want you to know that what happened just now wouldn't happen again if you didn't want it to.
I don't know what you're saying, but it seems like you understand.
Since you can't understand me, I guess I don't have to be embarrassed to say out loud that it was my first time.
It was your first time, wasn't it?
It was incredible.
It was, you know, pretty good. But it can't happen again. At least, not until we can understand each other's language. Then maybe it will happen again. But for right now, I think it would be okay to reunite you with your friends under, you know, moderately heavy guard.
Scene 15. Andromeda and Torak greet Ragnor and Belit.
What's happening?
Why are they letting us be together now after a day of separation?
They just wanted to let us all settle in and make sure we're not a threat, but...
Torak, you idiot! We are prisoners!
Obviously, we should kill them.
No, that is not what obviously means. There are times when it's appropriate to kill and times when it's not. Like when there's a man-eating demon, or when someone's just murdered our entire tribe. Those are times when it's appropriate.
And times when it's not?
Most other times!
You guys seem to be having a spirited conversation here. Is everything okay?
Everything's okay, Andromeda.
What's Andromeda?
That's her name.
You know her name now.
Yeah, and just so you guys know, she and I, we totally did sex.
Ew.
Did you just tell them we had sex?
Really? That's good for you, Torak! Yeah!
Ragnor!
But it doesn't change the fact that we have to escape.
There's nothing to escape from.
You're happy in this blasphemous man-made cage?
Yes! This place is wonderful. It's warm. They have all the food and water you could want. They even have that soft thing you can sleep on that's not the ground. And that flowing water thing that just makes your pee and poop go away. You don't even have to bury it.
That's unnatural.
I like burying it.
Have you ever thought that maybe natural isn't the same thing as good?
No.
Look, guys, I brought you here, and if you don't like it, I'm sorry. But there's nowhere else to go, really. We can try to learn their language and their ways, and we can have a new home.
Not like the old one.
I know, Ragnor, and I'm sorry. But what else is there?
Torak is right. I hate to admit it, but we have to try to make the best of things here.
Thank you, Belit. So we're agreed. We listen to Andromeda, we learn the language, and no escape attempts, okay?
I'll think about it.
No, don't think about it. Just don't do it. Promise me, Ragnor.
I won't make very many escape attempts.
And you won't kill anyone?
I won't kill very
Ragnor!
many people.
Scene 16. Grelka narrates as Torak sits at a desk. Several months passed. Torak, Ragnor, and Belit remained comfortably confined in the ministry building, learning the Atlantean language as best they could. By this time, Torak was nearly fluent, and Andromeda visited his room one night to give him a very special lesson. Nope, not that kind of lesson, you little devils. Get your mind out of the filth. Andromeda enters.
Hey, Torak.
Hey, Andromeda. I thought lessons were over for today.
Well, they are for Ragnor and Belit, but not for you.
Oh?
Not that kind of lesson. Get your mind out of the filth.
Right.
Your Atlantean is really good now.
I've been working very hard.
I know you have. Today, I want to teach you that there are other ways to communicate beyond spoken language. I'm going to teach you to read Atlantean.
Andromeda shows him a book.
What's that?
You've never really seen a book before. I think you're going to like it.
Torak opens the book.
Ooh, pictures.
Yes, but more than pictures. They're symbols. Symbols that stand for words. Once you master the symbols, you'll have access to all the knowledge of our civilization. Literature and legend, mathematics, natural philosophy. All of it is in books like these.
I must master the symbols immediately.
Scene 17. Andromeda reports to Callista, Aethon, and Kralex.
In the months since they landed, the newcomers have made tremendous progress. Torak is not only fluent in Atlantean now, but he reads at an adult level. I wish I could credit it to my teaching, but I suspect it's his own natural gifts.
Yes, we've heard much of this Torak. I'm willing to concede he may well prove a valuable asset to our city. But what of the other two, Ragnor and is it Belit?
They've made progress as well. Neither's tried to strangle me in months. That's a little joke. But seriously, both of them are speaking at least rudimentary Atlantean now.
They're going to need to be ready for useful occupations, Andromeda.
I'm sure we can find something for them.
Menial labor, most likely.
They're both very strong.
You said they came to Atlantis in the first place because...
Something terrible happened to their tribe. All but 3 of them were massacred by an unknown force.
Horrific.
Yes, I agree, of course. Many horrific things happen across the ocean, which is why I'm glad we're here.
We should be able to find, at least Torak, something more suited to his gifts than menial labor. A position at the university, perhaps.
If he's as naturally gifted as you say he is, Andromeda, I should like to take him on as an apprentice. I've been searching for a suitably intelligent one for quite some time.
Scene 18. Torak greets Kralex.
Lord Kralex?
Yes, Torak, hello. It's good to formally meet you.
You as well, sir.
I've heard quite a bit about you from young Andromeda.
Well, she's very kind.
Indeed. You speak Atlantean like a native. It's remarkable.
Thank you.
And until a few months ago, you had no formal education at all.
We didn't have anything like that where I came from, Lord Kralex. I learned to hunt and gather.
Well, you won't have to hunt and gather very far for your daily bread here.
I know. Your way of life here is beautiful. In my tribe, we were so ignorant. We never imagined life could be like this. Atlanteans are a brilliant people.
It's not that we are inherently superior. Our two peoples simply exist at different stages of development. Of course, not everyone sees it that way. There are those who oppose the idea of you coming here. They didn't believe that a savage like yourself could prove a productive member of our society. I believe you're going to prove them wrong, Torak.
Thank you, sir. I hope so.
You were always an outsider among your tribe, weren't you?
My tribe valued physical strength over intelligence, and the collective good over the individual. My own father thought my ideas to improve things were stupid.
Atlantis encourages differences, new ideas, to enrich our culture. At least that's what we tell ourselves. We don't always live up to the ideal. When I was a boy, I studied at school with 10 or 12 others. I was always the cleverest, the fastest with every answer. The other boys didn't like that very much. And whenever the instructor wasn't looking, they would beat me, humiliate me, do whatever they could to tear me down. Does any of that sound familiar?
Yes.
There are some scars that we must always carry with us, but they can make us stronger, push us to greater things. And there is nothing greater than the study of magic. Did you have any understanding of it in your tribe?
We had a medicine man, but we mostly feared magic.
That is also human nature, but magic has many uses. It goes beyond natural philosophy. It is the art of bending the universe to the will of man.
Can this truly be done?
Oh, yes, but for every magic spell, there is a counterspell capable of neutralizing its effects. Therefore, what matters most is not only knowledge, but the strength of a man's will.
And spells allow us to tap into the magic unseen in nature.
Very good. I believe you were fated to come here, Torak. You never need fear ridicule or neglect of your gifts again, Torak. Here in this place, I will teach you to see the universe as few other men ever get the chance to see it. Shall we begin?
Scene 19. Andromeda and Torak walk together.
So, how was your first day of study under Kralex?
It was great. Lord Kralex is a fascinating man.
I've always thought so.
And he's the first person I've ever met who's appreciated me for who I am and what I can do. I mean the second person after you.
I'm really glad, Torak. It's why I wanted to get you out of the ministry building to celebrate.
So, is this the ritual that you call, what's the word? Date?
Yeah, maybe.
You said before that after I completed my studies, perhaps you and I could.
I did say something like that, didn't I? And I meant it. But we should take it slowly, okay?
Okay.
In a couple of days, maybe I can take you to a restaurant. It's like a tavern. I know you've been to one of those. We sit outside and people bring us food and drink.
That sounds amazing.
I guess it is. Ragnor and Belit can join us there too.
That's good. They hate being inside. It's not something they're used to.
I know. I wanted the chance to show you all the city.
It is amazing. This is one of the first chances I've really had to walk around. These buildings, tall as some mountains I've seen. They were really built by human hands.
They sure were. Many in just the last few years.
And all these people everywhere?
Torak notices a beggar in the street.
What are those people doing? The ones with their hands out.
Oh, they're poor people. People with no trade. They're begging for charity. I always try to give them a few coins when I can.
All the wealth of the city and they have nothing?
My mother's trying to create a social program to help them, but her efforts have been blocked.
Isn't your mother leader of Atlantis?
Well, this democracy thing is complicated. We've only been doing it for a few years ourselves. Athon represents the aristocrats, and they oppose a lot of what my mother wants to do. And they can overrule her on some matters. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. It's just that where I come from, everybody eats.
Scene 20. Torak, Andromeda, Ragnor, and Belit sit together in awkward silence, having finished their meal. Torak attempts to break it.
So, I've learned some really amazing things in my study of natural philosophy. I've learned that the earth isn't flat like we always thought. You can't fall off the edge. It's actually round, like a sphere. And we're always subtly revolving. Oh, and the sun doesn't revolve around us. We actually revolve around it.
No, I don't think that's true.
Doesn't sound right.
No, it is true, though. Our scholars have known about this for centuries.
Well, they should check again because it's wrong.
Okay. So I've spoken to Commander Nestor, and he thinks the two of you would be great additions to our shore patrol. It's a really good job, much better than most. And you get to carry spears.
Good. I will do it for the spears.
Now that we have finished our flavorless, fire-tinged meal, I assume we can return to confinement in the man-made cave.
Sure?
A woman screams off stage.
Wait, did you hear that?
It sounded like a woman screaming.
It came from behind that alley.
Torak, Andromeda, Ragnor, and Belit rise to investigate.
Through that door.
A young woman standing in chains and a monk holding a sword come on stage. Torak and the others crouch and hide while the monk addresses other monks off stage.
Brothers, we gather here tonight to offer a sacrifice of flesh and blood.
What is this?
I don't know. I've never seen anything like this.
We offer the blood of this maiden in the name of the great old ones, they who slumber in the ocean depths. May her blood appease their thirst and grant us their favor.
The old ones.
Let us proclaim the eternal truth, brothers. There are no gods in heaven. There are only the gods of the earth.
They're going to kill that girl.
This would be one of the appropriate times for killing, yes?
Maybe, but we should... Ragnor!
Ragnor runs up to grab the monk's sword and runs him through with it.
Finally! A new sword! Now die, you foul fiends!
Ragnor begins furiously cutting down the other monks.
Ragnor tried to leave some of them alive for questioning.
All rush to tend the young woman.
You're safe now, girl.
Thanks to you.
Don't get any ideas, sister.
Who were these men?
I don't know. They kidnapped me from my home in the middle of the night.
These men worshipped the old ones.
The what again?
The old ones. The evil gods, like the demon we fought before we came here. Agor told me there were cults of men who worshipped them. Apparently they're here. I thought this city was paradise.
Bad things happen here like anywhere else.
This isn't just a bad thing. This is a massively dark and evil force.
What are you worried about? These devils are all dead. You're welcome, by the way.
I'm worried they're not alone.
We should get out of here. Justified as it was, I don't want the authorities finding out that you killed Atlantean citizens.
As they exit, Grelka comes on stage. Well, my children, this is all very exciting, isn't it? Death cults, evil gods. Torak's troubles certainly seem to be piling up, don't they? But Grelka's been talking a long time. I need to go to the flowing water thing that makes your pee and poop go away. Perhaps you do as well. Why don't you all go away and come back in a few minutes? Does that sound good? All right, then, that's the plan. Oh, and in case you're worried, The rest of the story is much shorter. Act 2, Scene 1. Kralex and Torak stand in martial arts style poses.
This is
Spike's
the
off.
art of, thank you, martial telekinesis, hand-to-hand combat without hands.
Kralex sticks out his hand, and Torak reacts as if he's been lightly punched on the shoulder.
Now, focus your energy. Hit me back.
Torak does the same to Kralex.
Good! Very good! I think that will be all for today. My energies are quite taxed.
Lord Kralex, how much do you know about the old ones?
All there is to know, Torak. The old ones were beings of immense power. They existed untold eons ago, before man, before any natural animal. They came from the stars. Their minds were incomprehensible, as were their shapes, their very geometries, completely alien to mortal understanding.
I told you about that demon that my friends and I encountered before we came here.
Yes, a mere fragment of what the old ones left behind. To even gaze upon a true old one would be horror, madness, for any ordinary man. The return of the old ones would be the end of all we know. The old ones have as much regard for us as we do for insects. When they return, most of the human race will be destroyed. Some will survive, but only as hollowed out slaves.
When they return, but aren't they dead?
That is not dead which can eternal lie, and with strange eons, even death may die. The old ones are not dead as we understand that term. Many thousands of years ago, when our ancestors could scarcely walk upright, there was a great realignment of the stars, which caused the old ones to sleep, and now they slumber in the depths of the ocean. When the stars are right, they will return. It is inevitable.
But not for a really long time, right?
Oh, that's the hope.
But there are men who worship them.
There are scattered cults around the world, yes. Most practice human sacrifice in the belief that death and destruction please the old ones and will hasten their return. It's beyond our control, Torak. It may happen tomorrow, it may happen a century from now. We must live our lives as happily as we can.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
To speak of far lighter matters, I understand that you're to be Lady Andromeda's companion at the council reception tomorrow evening.
Ah, yes.
She's a lovely young woman. I think she'll make you happy. I never took the time to marry or have a family myself. I sometimes regret that.
It's not too late.
My work eventually became more important to me. But it is nice to see the young being young.
Well, I'm looking forward to the reception.
You shouldn't. It will be dreadfully dull, and a lot of dull, chattering people will likely treat you like a curiosity, but you'll have to smile through it. Torak, son of the people of the stream, you are about to experience your most harrowing adventure, a cocktail party.
Scene 2. Torak, Andromeda, Ragnor, and Belit arrive at a cocktail party with Callista, Aethon, Kralex, and various other partygoers. There is a table with a bottle of wine and some snacks, such as grapes. This scene involves some split staging. Andromeda addresses Ragnor, Belit before they enter.
So some of the most elite people in Atlantis will be at this party, and they're all going to be very curious to meet the three of you. So I'm hoping you will all represent yourselves well.
How else would we represent ourselves?
I'm Ragnor, slayer of demons and those who worship demons. I will be the perfect guest for your cocktail party.
Okay. Okay, good. Obviously, there's nothing to worry about.
They enter the party.
So this is a together time in Atlantis. Will there be tales and songs?
Or just like light conversation.
Andromeda, you look beautiful.
Thank you, Mother.
And it's good to see you again as well, Torak. I've been hearing great things about your new apprenticeship.
Thank you, First Minister.
Do you mind if I steal you for a moment, Andromeda?
Of course not.
Callista takes Andromeda aside and Torak chats silently with other partygoers.
Andromeda, I don't want to interfere.
But I feel like you're about to.
Are you sure bringing Torak as your escort was a good idea?
I have no idea if it's a good idea, but it's what I wanted.
It's not that I don't like Torak. He's an extremely intelligent and kind-hearted young man, but you're known throughout the city, and all eyes are going to be fixed on you. And him. He's from a different world, Andromeda.
That's one of the things I like about him. I've fallen in love with my home all over again because I see it through his eyes. And I'm starting to see certain faults as well. Anyway, he seems to be doing okay with the rest of the crowd.
And I kept saying, hey, why don't we singe the meat with fire before we eat it? But nobody thought that was a good idea.
You're laughing at jokes made by Torak.
You're all very strange people.
Torak here is actually living proof that my side is correct in all our arguments, Callista.
Indeed. I'd like to hear this.
What I always say is that our great city, the light of the world, is the result of the genius of individual men. Men who crawled out of the muck with a determination to create something great. And the masses, the rabble you love so much, have only benefited from their leadership. Now this young man, Torak, came to us many months ago with his two less refined companions.
Is he talking about us?
I can't quite tell. I assume only good things.
Born illiterate on the mainland to a tribe of cave-dwelling primitives for the first 20 years of his life. Now he has done what I dare say no other man of his little tribe, certainly not his two companions, could have done. He has worked, he has achieved, he has proven his potential to be not an ordinary man, but an extraordinary man.
He's being very kind.
He's using you as a prop.
Now, what should we ordinary men do? I say, First Minister, that instead of trying to drain the resources of the upper class in a misguided attempt to elevate the lower, we get out of the extraordinary men's way and we let them lead. Let them create.
I'd like to say something, if I could. I want to thank you all for giving me a safe place in your city. Atlantis is the first place where I felt like my intellectual gifts were appreciated, where I've had the chance to learn and study and grow. And it's true that I didn't feel that way growing up in my tribe. I was ridiculed and misunderstood, and everybody thought I was weak and stupid. But the other thing is, I was always fed and clothed and cared for. My tribe didn't have very much. We didn't know anything. But we always shared what we had. You have so much more, and maybe you do have it because you listen to your extraordinary men. But if somebody hadn't fed and clothed those extraordinary men when they were pretty ordinary seeming children, they never would have gotten the chance to be extraordinary. So the way I see it is there's so much greatness in your city that you can make it even greater if more of your people had the chance to share in it. And that's what I had to say.
The crowd applauds, much to Aethon's displeasure. Callista puts her hand on Andromeda's shoulder.
Never mind what I said. I know exactly what you see in him.
You know, I said all of that to him months ago. Why isn't anyone saying I'm smart?
Who cares? Let's have food and wine.
Andromeda goes up to Torak as the other partygoers talk to each other.
That was wonderful, Torak. The leadership of this city is going to see you the way that I've seen you from the beginning.
And how do you see me?
Like this?
She kisses him.
Oh, well, that's great. That's how I see you too.
Torak and Andromeda notice that Ragnor and Belit are eating and drinking in a messy, vulgar fashion, to the other partygoers' horror.
Ragnor, Belit, you need to. This isn't how Atlanteans eat.
Oh, really, Torak? Please enlighten us. How do Atlanteans eat?
The same way Atlanteans do everything else, Ragnor, like assholes.
Look, I'm not sure why you guys are so upset.
I'm not sure why you guys are so upset. Look, if you're determined to make Torak one of you, you can have him.
Belit, I spoke well of the tribe and our way of life just now.
In their language, for their applause. You're happy to be their pet while they laugh at us and call us savages. They think Ragnor and I are too dumb to know what they think of us.
Belit, I've picked up enough of your language to know what you're saying, and I don't think that about you.
No one's talking to you, Andromeda.
Ragnor and I are going to go be savages somewhere else.
Ragnor and Belit exit.
I really didn't mean to offend them.
I know you didn't, Andromeda.
Kralex approaches and puts his hand on Torak's shoulder.
Your sentimentality is admirable, Torak, but you shouldn't waste it on those who don't deserve it.
I guess not.
Scene 4. Kralex is continuing Torak's instructions in magic. We hear the sounds of the earth shaking.
As you can see, magic gives us control over the very elements. The ground is shaking because I command it.
The sounds stop.
Unbelievable.
All in the proper study. You've been doing very well in learning magical applications, Torak, but you must remember that the secret to success in sorcery is the cultivation of a powerful will.
The captain enters.
Excuse me a moment, Torak.
Torak notices he's wearing the same uniform as the men who massacred the tribe.
Lord Kralex,
Yes, Captain.
the Eastern campaign has been completed.
Well done, Captain. You shall be rewarded.
Torak stares.
Torak, this is Captain Caleb of my personal guard. They perform certain tasks the regular Atlantean army is not capable of.
Something I can help you with, boy?
No, it's just your uniform. It's very stylish.
Scene 5. Torak approaches Ragnor and Belit, who are now working as shore patrol.
Hey, guys. It's been a while.
Hello, Torak. I assume you're here to apologize for the last time we saw each other?
Why should I apologize for that?
You speak their language even when it's only us here.
It's good practice.
Not enough were made to work for them.
Hey, it's pretty great Andromeda was able to get you jobs on the shore patrol.
We haven't seen you in weeks, Torak. We know you're ashamed of us.
I'm not ashamed of you. I'm here to tell you something important. You remember the soldiers who massacred our tribe? And the crazy cult we fought that worships the old ones? I figured out it's all connected. And the man I've been working for, Kralex.
Of course you're ashamed of us. We're not sophisticated like your new fancy friends.
I'm trying to tell you something I found out. Kralex is the one.
We don't care about your boring natural philosophy stuff, Torak. If you're here because you want to pretend you're still part of the tribe, you're wrong.
Oh, fine. Great. Like I ever was.
You were, you idiot! You could have been. You always thought you were. We rejected you, but that's not it.
No?
You rejected us. All your life, your head was somewhere else. You never wanted to be with us. You wanted to be in a place like this where people would acknowledge how much smarter you are than everyone else. Well, you got your wish. Ragnor and I are the ones who are alone now.
Not alone. Belit will soon bear my child. Our child will continue the tribe.
Really? Belit, that's wonderful.
You will not see our child. You are no longer one of us.
You are such idiots. I came here to tell you something about our tribe, but you're too busy yelling at me to listen. We were never meant to be friends. We were just born in the same place. I guess there's nothing more to say.
Scene 6. Torak is alone in Kralex's laboratory, poring through his books and talking to himself.
I don't need them. Idiots, I never needed them. All right, focus. It all fits. Kralex worships the old ones, wants them to return. He uses his position in government to raise his own private army, which he sends out all over the world, murdering anyone they can find, including the tribe. Meanwhile, he and his cult members kidnap and ritually murder people here in Atlantis, all to please his gods.
Andromeda enters.
Hey,
Andromeda, you shouldn't be here.
I was just on my way to the ministry building and I thought I'd stop by and say hello. Are you all right? Is Kralex here?
Not yet, but he'll be here any moment, and I don't want you to be here when he is.
Torak, what's wrong? Why are you acting like this?
Kralex is dangerous, Andromeda. The cult that we fought that was trying to kill that girl, those were his people. And he's also responsible for the slaughter of my people.
Torak, that's crazy. I've known Kralex all of my life. He's a strange man, I'll grant you that, but that's his profession. He's harmless.
You're naive to think that.
Excuse me?
I'm in the middle of looking at some very complicated magic formulas here, okay? Things you wouldn't understand.
Things I wouldn't understand? Hold on. Let's back up a second here. Remind me again of the two of us. Which one taught the other how to read?
I'm sorry.
You're not actually smarter than me, you know. I know you might be used to being smarter than everyone you knew in your little world, but you're not anymore. You still have a lot to learn.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have put it that way. But you should still leave.
Oh, trust me, you're making that easy.
Kralex enters.
My dear Lady Andromeda, a pleasure to have you visit my humble laboratory.
Good morning, Lord Kralex. I'm afraid I was just leaving.
Andromeda, we should talk about...
I don't think we have anything to say to each other right now, Torak.
Andromeda exits.
Well, that's just great.
Troubles in the area of love?
No trouble. It's not worth it. People aren't worth it, none of them.
A lamentable but sound conclusion.
I know what you've been doing, Kralex. I know that you worship the old ones, and I know you've been murdering people in your rituals in an attempt to raise them, including my tribe.
I always knew you'd be able to piece it together. In fact, I'd hoped you would. The question becomes, what do you intend to do with this knowledge?
I intend to help you.
I hoped you would. Kneel.
Torak does so.
Do you, Torak, pledge yourself to my service and to the new order of the old ones?
I do, my lord.
Then rise, as our masters soon will. The old ones have slumbered for thousands of years. The time of their awakening is at hand, and the arrogant human race shall be humbled. Torak, my brother, you and I shall have the gratitude of the old ones. They will elevate us to living godhood, and we shall rule what is left of mankind.
I am grateful, my lord. But why me? What do you need me for?
Because, Torak, in these last months you've become like a son to me. The son I never had. Adept, brilliant, determined, hungry for knowledge and power. The great old ones have many virtues, but they're not much for conversation. Someone of intellectual depth nearly equal to my own would be nice to have around in the new era. Like me, all your life you've known that you're smarter than everyone else, better than everyone else. This is what you were born for.
How much longer, my lord, until the old ones rise?
The hunting expedition is like the one that killed your tribe. All the sacrifices that have taken place behind the city's walls, all have been prelude to the greatest human sacrifice of all.
Atlantis.
50,000 human souls, the greatest offering any god has ever received. I shall conjure an earthquake so powerful it will cause this island to sink into the sea.
So the old ones will rise when Atlantis sinks.
Not immediately. There is a particular nexus of mystical energies located here on the northern coast of Achaia. You and I will sail to this point before Atlantis sinks. There we will complete the ritual of summoning. And then at last, the old ones shall rise from the ocean's depths, and a glorious new world shall be born. I am glad you have decided to join me in this. I always hoped you would. I saw so much potential in you.
Thank you, my lord.
All the inferior men that have tormented us in their envy and ignorance will soon meet death at our hands, Torak. Death or eternal bondage to us.
A day I have longed for as well.
I would like to believe you, Torak. I would like to believe that I had found a worthy apprentice to stand with me against the forces of mediocrity. But you must prove your loyalty.
What would you have me do?
Kill Andromeda.
I...
She'll die in the quake anyway, and don't worry, when the old ones rise, you will have your choice of many concubines among the terrified slaves who remain. Prove your devotion to me and to the old ones. I want her head on a plate.
Of course, my lord. I'll do it.
No, you won't, will you?
You're right. What I actually meant is I'm going to stop you because you're a maniac.
You are weak and pathetic. You have the intellect to join me, but you crave the affection of those who abuse you too much, like a dog.
And you want to kill thousands of people because they were mean to you as a kid? I'm comfortable with my choices.
You've caused me to move up my timetable slightly, but that's all you've achieved.
The great earthquake begins.
No! Ground! Stop shaking.
Are you trying to counter my spell? You know it all comes down to will, and I have spent decades cultivating mine. It dwarfs yours.
We'll see about that.
A telekinetic battle begins, and the two exchange violent blows without ever touching each other. Kralex easily overpowers Torak, and he falls to the ground.
I regret that you've proven to be a worthless whelp of an apprentice. Die with the rest.
Kralex exits, and Torak struggles to his feet. Scene 7. Andromeda runs through the ministry building as we hear the earthquake and the chaos all around her. Callista lies trapped under some rubble.
Mother, are you all right?
The War Commander stops her.
Andromeda, you can't go in there.
I have to see her.
She's trapped under rubble. There's nothing you can do for her now.
Get your hands off me.
Andromeda goes to Callista.
Andromeda, there's nothing you can do for me. Save yourself.
I can't leave you.
Go with the commander, Andromeda. I want you to know I tried to do so much for Atlantis. The thing I was always proudest of was you.
Callista closes her eyes.
Mother!
We have to find better shelter.
Scene 8. Torak runs through the storm to the apartment of Ragnor and Belit.
Ragnor! Belit! Come out! Come with me!
Torak, are you crazy? Come inside. You need to take shelter.
No! We have to leave. We have to get off this island. It's going to sink.
Don't be an idiot, Torak. It's a simple quake. The gods are punishing us for our sins. We'll pray to Kroll for forgiveness, and will subside.
We're a long way from Kroll, Ragnor. This isn't a natural earthquake. It's the result of sorcery. We have to get to the ministry building, and we have to get them to evacuate.
You want us to go out in that?
We've traveled a long way together, and now I'm leaving. I want the two of you with me.
After what we said to each other yesterday? Why?
Because you're my tribe. And even if we don't want to sometimes, we hold fast to one another.
Belit takes Torak's hand and she and Ragnor follow him. Scene 9. Andromeda and the commander enter the ministry basements where they greet Aethon.
Andromeda, thank the gods you're safe!
Oh, gods, you're in charge now, aren't you?
Your mother and I had our differences, but believe it or not, I wish she was here instead of me. I may not have agreed with all her actions, but she always knew what to do.
Torak, Ragnor, and Belit enter.
Torak!
Wonderful. The Ape Man delegation has arrived.
Andromeda embraces Torak.
Andromeda, I'm so sorry about before.
I am too. Torak, my mother's gone.
I'm so sorry.
Torak embraces her again and then turns to Aethon.
Aethon, this earthquake is the work of Kralex. He's insane. He conjured it to destroy Atlantis, and it's going to work.
What the hell are you talking about?
If Torak says this is true, I believe him.
We need to evacuate the island.
We don't have nearly enough ships for that.
We have to save everyone we can. At sea, we have a chance to live. Here, we have none.
Aethon regards Torak for a long moment and then turns to the commander.
Grab everyone you can and put them on a boat. Obviously, native-born Atlanteans should have priority.
Aethon, you son of a...
Ragnor puts a sword to Aethon's throat.
My tribesmen and I will pay for our passage with steel.
Very well, then.
Scene 10. Grelka stands alone on stage. Do you know what it sounds like when part of the world dies? It's all normal at first. The first crack of thunder happens so quickly, you barely have time to adjust. Then comes the crashing of the buildings and the terrified, agonized screams of everyone around you. And mixed with all of the terror and the agony, you hear the rushing of blood to your cheeks from the most unexpected emotion, embarrassment. You're embarrassed that you're not ready, that you were never built to face a day like this. Embarrassed because you're no hero and you have no way to save your parents, your friends, your lover, your children. You will hear the sound of your own gagging as blood and bile rise to your throat and your lungs fill with water. And the last thing you hear is the sound of your breath wheezing out for the last time. What happens after? Just the boring, irrelevant sounds from before. The chirping of seabirds, the receding of the ocean's water back to normal. Everything is calm again, like you were never there. That's what it sounds like when part of the world dies. Of the 50,000 men, women, and children living in Atlantis at the time of the storm, fewer than 600 survived. Scene 11. Andromeda and Belit are both on board the Atlantean ship and alone on stage together.
Andromeda,
Yes, Belit?
I should tell you, I've made no secret of the fact that I think you're a conceited bitch. And I think it's gross that you put Torak's tongue in your mouth. But having said all that, I'm sorry that everyone you know is dead.
Thank you, Belit. I appreciate that.
I understand how it feels. Where is Torak?
I don't know. Below deck somewhere. I haven't really talked to him or anyone since we left land. I've been to I don't know.
When my tribe died, I thought I died with them. But I had Ragnor and Torak.
I thought you hated Torak now.
What? No. Torak is our tribesman. He is very stupid. But he's also very clever. It's always confused me.
Yeah, people are like that.
He saved our lives. More than once. If it hadn't been for him, I think Ragnor and I would have just laid down and died with the rest of our tribe. He's the one who showed us we could keep going.
Aethon, Ragnor, Torak, and the commander enter.
Disembark!
Where are we? What land is this?
This is the land of Lemuria, our new home.
Lemuria? But Kralix went to Achaea. We have to go there. We have to stop him.
Torak, nearly all of our people are dead. We have to focus on the survivors. We can't afford to worry about Kralix.
We can't afford not to. If the old ones rise, that's the end of everything.
Everything already has ended.
Aethon, Ragnor, Belit, and the commander exits.
There's nothing you can do to convince him, Torak.
I guess not.
Sit by the shore with me?
Okay.
Torak and Andromeda sit together.
I don't think I've really accepted it yet. The light of the world. Gone. I don't think any of the survivors are people I knew. Mostly sailors and their families. What do you do, Torak, when you lose everyone? I know you've been through this.
I don't know. You keep moving. You know, my mother died when I was born. I've always wondered what she must have been like.
I should say I've lost everyone but you. You're the last person I care about.
I care about you too. But Andromeda, when the old ones rise, we're gonna wish we died with the others. I was a fool to think that I could stop Kralix, that my will could be as strong as his. Who did I think I was to think that I could save the world?
You saved 600 people.
Not enough. And they won't stay saved for long. I'm Torak the Inadequate. That's all I've ever been.
I think you're more than that. Ragnor and Belit do too.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do. They'd never say it out loud, but you should see the way they look at you. Back on the ship, Belit said to me that she and Ragnor would have never made it as far as they did if not for you.
I don't think I would have made it as far as I did without them.
I want you to know that you've got me too now. And I hope I've got you.
Of course. Of course. I've been going about this the wrong way. I thought I could do it on my own, but I can't. Of course I can't. I need you. And them, I always have. Ragnor, Belit.
Ragnor and Belit enter.
What now?
We have to steal a boat and save the world.
Scene 7. Kralix stands on the shores of Achaea, performing his ritual.
Gods of the earth, your dreamless slumber is at an end. I have given you many mortal lives to increase your power and my own. The foretold time of your return is at hand. You shall awaken to cleanse this world in your all-consuming fire. Rise, great old ones, rise!
Torak, Ragnor, and Belit enter.
Actually, don't.
I almost hoped you'd make another attempt to stop me. It's been going so well.
You're going to regret that wish, Kralix. You're not up against one man anymore. You're up against a tribe. Do you remember the words, Andromeda?
Yes.
We share our strength. We join
our souls.
My
My
strength is
your strength.
As yours
is mine.
The strong,
protect the weak.
The weak
The weak
become the strong. We
We
stand,
stand as
one.
one.
A loud rumbling sound is heard.
You're too late. That is the sound of an old one rising from the depths.
Either by puppet, projection, guy in monster suit, whatever the production chooses, we see the top of the old one's head rising from the water.
Oh gods, it's coming out of the water. It's horrific.
Don't look at it. Look at me. I want you to give everything to me. All your strength, all your courage, all the love you had for the families and homes that you've lost. Put it all on me.
Torak adopts martial stance.
You can't possibly think this is going to go any better for you than last time, do you?
You can beat me, but you can't beat all of us. Sleep. Sleep, old ones. Your time has passed. The world belongs to us now. Return to sleep.
Awaken!
Sleep. Sleep. Everyone, give me all your strength.
It's working. The ocean is calming and that thing's going back in the water.
The old one recedes.
You all think you've accomplished something, don't you? You all think you've lost all there is to lose, but I promise you, you have more left to lose.
Kralex unleashes a telekinetic attack that sends Belit flying to the ground.
No, Belit!
Help her later, Ragnor. I need you here.
Ragnor wants to protest, but knows Torak is right and stays.
Damn you, Torak!
I need your focus on me. Give me your rage.
Ragnor agrees. Another telekinetic fight between Kralex and Torak begins. This time, Torak wins with the strength of the others behind him, and he knocks Kralex unconscious.
It's over, Lord Kralex.
Torak and Ragnor run to Belit, who is unconscious.
Oh, Belit.
Is she?
Belit. Belit, say something.
Torak checks Belit's pulse. She coughs and awakens.
Oh, Belit.
Are you all right?
Of course I'm all right, Torak. Did you think I was dead or something?
Maybe.
You are so stupid.
Ragnor helps Belit to her feet. Kralex also revives and begins to stand up.
Stay down, Kralex.
You primitives. You think you can hold hands and undo all my work? I'll bring them back.
You'll do nothing. You're beaten. Our will combined is far stronger than yours.
You've squandered your potential for these common pigs.
I'm ashamed to admit that there were times in my life, Kralex, when I almost found myself thinking the way you do. Thinking I stood apart. Thinking my gifts made me better than others. But gifts don't make us better. They make us obligated to share them. And I'm happy to stand with my friends. Now we have to figure out what to do with you. We could take you back to Lemuria to stand trial for your crimes, I suppose. I would love to see you stripped of your books and all your powers and put into chains for the rest of your...
Ragnor fatally stabs Kralex with his sword.
Nope!
Or that.
Sorry if that wasn't appropriate.
No, it was pretty appropriate.
I know we haven't always seen things the same way, Torak. But you're a very brave man and a worthy part of our tribe.
Thank you, Ragnor. You are too.
I think you need a new name. Torak the Inadequate doesn't work anymore. How about Torak the Beloved and surprisingly effective?
I like it.
I like this land. So green, so unspoiled.
Is that a stream?
I think it might be. Hey, do you want to go exploring?
Yeah.
Ragnor and Belit move a few feet away but remain on stage.
They seem pretty happy.
Yeah, and I'm happy to see it. And what about you? Do you want to go back to Lemuria? Help rebuild your old world?
I think I'd rather build a new one. I know you need them.
I need you. But yes, also them. both our worlds had virtues and both of them have flaws.
So we'll create a new world that combines the best of both.
Exactly.
I can't wait to see what happens next.
Torak and Andromeda were my grandparents. And now their blood, the blood of Ragnor and Belit, flows through every child of our tribe. And we hold fast to the lessons that they taught us. We will always honor those who think a bit differently. We will praise the clever and the strong. But the fruits of their genius will always be shared with the weakest and dullest among us, for that is our way. And it shall be the way of the shining new city we build together. Well, that's the story. You can all leave now. Your Grelka is tired. But I think I shall pass the rest of this evening by the shore. You can join me if you like. Telling these stories is honestly my favorite thing to do in the world. Let me know when you want to hear it again.